So in 2021, this was released. Now this is the Grand Theft Auto Definitive Edition by Rockstar Games. And I must say, upon release, and as we all know, it was an absolute mess. So a company called Grove Street Games were responsible for this, and it just wasn't there at the time. It was broken. All three games were broke. It didn't look and it didn't feel like a GTA game. And at the time, they said there was going to be no more patches or updates available. So basically that got put in the drawer. Now there's an update for all three games, and the update is around about 3 months old. So I am quite late to the party, but as I say, I wasn't going to play this ever again. It was just going to be kept in the drawer and left and forgotten about. So I put it in, and I decided to go for San Andreas, and to my surprise there was a 15 gig update. 15 gig, that is a huge update for that game, because I think the game originally was around about 4 or 5 gig. So anyway, I updated it, and there is an option now called, I think it's called enhanced lighting, and basically you can turn it on and off and it makes it just an absolute joy to play. And it goes across all the other games as well. So GTA 3 and Vice City all have the same lighting effect. And not also that, there's a couple of things that are being fixed, like enhanced weather, or is it they've fixed the weather now so it looks absolutely beautiful. So in today's video, I mean, as I say, this has been out now for 4 years, and it's only now recently became playable, should we say, and the recent updates are an absolute joy to play. So yeah, if you ever remember Sega Classics on the PS2, and if you played Outrun, that's what it kind of feels like. It had the sound of Outrun, it just didn't have the look or playability. And don't get me wrong, it's not perfect, but I'm telling you now, when you see this, it is an absolute joy to play now. So today's video is just going to basically be a little bit of gameplay, just to show you the different lighting effects on the different games, and basically, you know, is this worth buying in 2025? Right, so we're going to kick things off with San Andreas, and the sun is just coming up there. So classic lighting is off, and let's turn classic lighting on. I did say enhanced lighting before, so same thing, but yeah, look at that. That's got the whole look of how San Andreas used to look. So when the sun came up or when the sun was setting, everything would kind of turn orange, and then in the daytime you had this like green smoggy kind of like hue which filled the area as well, and you can just see it there creeping in. Let's get away from all these criminals. So let's turn the lighting off. Classic lighting is off, and it's bland. It's dull. It's bland, and it doesn't really. It's kind of got the look of San Andreas. It just hasn't got the overall feel to San Andreas, in my opinion. It's just, yeah, it's like something like when you shoot a video and the footage is just bland before you color grade it. So this is obviously, looking at this now, uncolor graded, and then go into that, and it is, we're back. We are back to the way San Andreas used to look. There's other fixes as well. I think there's some car handling bug fixes, and there's a couple of other fixes, but as I say, hopefully now in a minute we can see that rain, because the rain and the wind, and it just looks like, oh, it looks phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. So hopefully it'll start raining soon, because I'm going to try and get through these games as quickly as I can. So you've got that green little smoggy hue of the city there, and if we turn the classic lighting off, we have, just look at that, look at the difference in that. Just, it looks good, don't get me wrong, it just, it's just not San Andreas. It's not how San Andreas should look and how it used to look. It's got none of this like none of the temperature changes. When I say temperature changes, I mean like temperature lighting changes. So as I say, when the sun goes down and the sun comes up, you've got the whole kind of area which turns orange. And as I say, in the city, which we're coming up to now, you've got that green kind of smoggy kind of, that kind of thing. So to me, that's San Andreas. So what we're going to do now, we're going to jump quickly into GTA 3. Resume. So we've got a night time again in GTA 3. Currently in Chinatown, and we currently have, let me see, classic lighting is on. Let's turn it off. And this game, to be fair, it still does look like GTA 3. I don't think it had the same effect as San Andreas in terms of like, you know, when the sun set and the sun came up. It still had, I think, these colorations on the ground from the street lights. I'm not too sure, to be honest with you, but it just looks, even just like that, looks amazing. Absolutely amazing in my opinion anyway. It has got that, it's got the feel still. Obviously there is bug fixes in this as well, and I can't remember a classic lighting mode in GTA 3 in the original, but to me it does look like, and it does actually feel like GTA 3. So I'm going to turn that back on. Classic lighting is on, and yeah, it's gone slightly darker, but it's very, very visual. Yeah, it's visually impressive, should we say. It kind of feels more immersive now. Like you're getting a bit more involved in the game, and it makes you feel like that you're actually there, if that makes sense. You got these little things as well. But there's one thing I have noticed is, I am pretty sure on this game originally that you had newspapers kind of like just blowing across the ground, and now we haven't. We've just got them, you know, fixed to the ground. So that's being removed, and I don't know why, because that would have been nice to see. But yeah, you only see them just blowing around everywhere you go. Let's just turn that off. Yeah, so we've just got like, you know, it's not bland. I don't think it's that bland, to be honest with you. It still looks and it still feels like GTA 3, you know. So I'm not going to go in any cars because obviously copyrighted music and whatnot. And we can turn the music off, but no, we're just gonna stay on foot for now, because I know someone did say on one of the forums that the bug fixes in the car handling has been fixed, but I cannot for the life of me find any kind of difference in that, to be honest with you. So I don't know. I don't know about that one. So that was GTA 3, and we're gonna jump into my least favourite now, which is Vice City. Could never get into this game at the time, and I think it is a little bit late in life for me to get into this game now. Classic lighting is off, but yeah, it looks good. And one other thing I've noticed is that you've got some serious frame drops. So if you're running now, it looks kind of smooth. When you turn, it seems to drop, I'm guessing around 15 frames, maybe more. It's just very, very stuttery. So GTA 3 and San Andreas do not suffer from this issue. It's just, this game seems to be, you know, a little bit stuttery. And Vice City is actually built on the same engine as GTA 3. It's just essentially GTA 3 in the sun. The car physics and the sounds and everything are all just the same. It's just remodeled into this like beachy area and all that, but it does look phenomenal at night, I must say, when all the neon lights come on. let me just put the classic lighting back on. And it's a little bit slow on the menus as well, but that looks fantastic. Yeah, I think the sun is maybe just setting. So you've got the beach lit up now by the sun. Well, when I say lit up, you know, it's glowing with the sun, should we say. But yeah, I'm 47 now, and when this game came out, I must have been around about 27, I'm guessing, I don't know. A couple of my mates rave about this game and say it's the best game ever, but I don't know what it is. It's just, apart from the soundtrack being really good, like Michael Jackson and like 80s kind of music, I couldn't get into it. I don't know what it is, and as I say, it's too late in life now for me to sit down and try and get into this game and try and have some memories of it, because all the memories are made back in the day when you were younger and you had a bit more time, and you know, you didn't have to really go to work or anything like that, didn't have a girlfriend, didn't have 9 cats. But it's just a bit of a shame that seems to be a little bit, yeah, it's smooth in parts, and then it seems just to, yeah, it's not as impressive as the other 2 games I've just showed you. But yeah, that's Vice City. Let me just turn that off one more time. So there are other patches, and there are other updates and bug fixes, which I will neither put up on screen now or put in the description, a link to where you can have a look at them. But yeah, this game is like, nah, it's not, it doesn't really do it for me. But yeah, I think from what I've read as well, is the people responsible, Grove Street Games, for this game at the time, have now been taken out of the credits. So when you go online, or when you put your disc in and have a little look, I don't think neither certain people have been taken away. I did read that somewhere on Twitter, one of the directors or people who work for, you know, Grove Street Games said it's a bit of a dick move to do, because you know, they were responsible at the time for this game, and they were also responsible for updates as well, but not responsible for this recent update, but responsible for updates in the past, which obviously they couldn't fix because the game was still broken, and it has been broken for the last 5 years. But yeah, it looks good, this game. I like it, but I cannot start playing this now and get into it. So let me just, one more time, classic lighting on for the very last time. There we go, Vice City in all its classic lighting glory. And there's one thing I like doing with these games as well, it's just standing here like that and just listening to the dialogue, the conversations these kind of people have when they, you know, when they're walking past you. There's one on GTA 3, I think it's a fella just walks around and he just says, "My mother is my sister," or something like that, and another fella just says, "I've been drinking again." That's all he says, "I've been drinking again." He just walks up and down, "I've been drinking again." But yeah, some of these, and even like up to GTA 5 as well, some of the dialogue and some of the things all the NPCs say are just like, they're absolutely funny, like. So obviously you've put these in now where you can look in, but you can't actually go in. So yeah, that was all 3 games on Grand Theft Auto, the Definitive Edition, updated and fixed as of March 2025. So that was Grand Theft Auto, the Definitive Edition. Now, is it worth buying in 2025? Of course it is. If you don't want to go down the route of buying a PS2 or an Xbox and trying to set it up and making it work on a modern TV, this is an absolute must. I think you can get it now for around about £20–25 UK pound, and it is well worth it. Grand Theft Auto 3 and San Andreas, and if you want to go down Vice City route, which I'm not really into, it's back. It's got everything that you'd want in a modern day not remake, but a modern day rehash. It's in HD, it's 60 FPS, and it looks, with that classic lighting, absolutely phenomenal. So yeah, highly recommended on getting this for your collection. And on that note, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.
Nice shooting, son. What's your name?
Chewy.